Alright guys, Morbid Mattski here. I just thought I would show you this amazing Spider-Man 2 mask I recently picked up that turned out to be pretty freaking legit. I was a little skeptical ordering it and I had nothing to worry about. This thing is badass. Let me show you. Okay guys, so here is a look at my new Spider-Man 2 mask that I got from Joyydesign4 on Instagram. I told you guys I would be doing a video on this. This thing looks actually really cool. I was super worried about it when I first saw the ads popping up on Instagram. I thought, oh man, is this a scam? They look way too good. They can't only be, you know, like under $100 for one of these, because it looked really high quality, you know. So anyway, I decided to take the risk after looking into it a little. It sounded like some people were actually getting them, and I thought, all right, well, I'm gonna take the risk and give it a try. And to my surprise, it's really well made. So I'm super happy with it. If you look here really closely, you can see the webbing on it is 3D, so it does stick up, and it's got this beautiful brick background pattern. The lenses are very nice. They are magnetic. They pop right off like so, and you can see the magnets right there, and they just pop right into place like this. Whoopsie, just like that. Just have to straighten them out a little bit. There we go. But yeah, it's a beautiful looking mask. I've always really liked the Amazing Spider-Man 2 mask because of those the big white eyes. I think they just look they look awesome. But it's a neat design. If you look inside here, let's just be careful with this, because it is really well made, but I also don't want to, you know, just reef on it, because I'm sure it's still fragile enough that you could screw it up if you're not careful with it. So the back piece for this is magnetic, and it joins right onto the front like so. You see here, if you just pull this off, you can see the magnets all lined up. So you just move this out like so, and you line these up, and it just kind of clicks, clicks into place. Now this particular one that I got is their larger size, because I have a huge head. Like, I'm a 7 3/4 hat size, about 61.5 centimeters if you want to go metric. But it's a pretty big melon I have, and I needed to get the largest one, but I can get my head into this one. It does fit quite well. I've only worn it a couple of times ever, but I'll give you some worn shots as well, just so you can sort of see what it looks like. But yeah, it's packed really well in the box. There's a lot of bubble wrap you get in it. You also get this piece here that I should mention, that I'm sure is for this backing piece here, that it sort of goes, you know, like this, because you peel off the tape and you put it on the inside against the back. So it's sort of, you know, cushions down here or in here perhaps. I guess you just have to kind of put it where you want it. I, of course, haven't put mine in yet. But yeah, it's very cool. The lenses came separately wrapped. I have the other lenses here. So anyway, I ordered a separate set of lenses that were anti-fog, which I think it's these ones, because I actually did try them both on. And they look very similar, but one of them I noticed when I'm wearing the mask, it wasn't fogging up, and one was. So it was pretty easy to tell. So I'm pretty sure these are the anti-fog ones, but I'll show you just as an example. They come like this, wrapped in these little, you know, in the bubble wrap, and in these little bags. So what I'll do is I'll put one of these on and sort of show you, you know, the difference. Like, it's, as you can see right here, the main difference is this is really glossy and this is a lot more open. So I guess that's why it's probably anti-fog, because these probably fog up a little more. So we just pop them off like so. Set that there. And let's pop on this one that just clips right into place like that. Really nice. And you can see the gloss there. You don't have it here on this side, but you do on this side. So it just gives a slightly different look. But again, I couldn't be happier with this mask. I mean, for the money, I was really worried when I found this on Instagram. You know, I was thinking this could totally be a scam, and you know, I had to look into it. And once I saw enough people actually had them, I thought, okay, well, it's worth a try going for it. But most of the time when you see Spider-Man masks that are this high a quality, they usually cost a fortune. So to get this for under $100, I mean, it's quite a bargain. But anyway, I'm super happy with it. So I wish I could get the whole suit. I don't exactly have the build for Spider-Man anymore. The last time I did a Spider-Man build, it was the original Amazing Spider-Man from, I think it was 2012 that came out, and I probably had the costume 2012, 2013. And I altered the mask. I remember I actually used a pair of Spider-Man sunglasses, cut off the lenses and glued them to the mask because they were better looking lenses than the crappy ones that came with it. But this mask utterly blows it away. I mean, it's not even close. And I'm sure a full suit made like this would be awesome, but you know, you kind of have to have the right physique to pull off Spider-Man, and I'm probably 20 pounds north of that right now. So I just thought it'd be really cool to have the mask and have it, you know, on display on my shelf, because Spider-Man's always been my favorite superhero, you know, ever since I was a little kid. And yeah, I just thought this was a beautiful looking mask. A lot of people love the Tobey Maguire one. I do as well. I was kind of torn. I was almost tempted to get that one, but there's just something about the large eyes on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 that I really love. I just think it has this classic comic book look that I love. Anyway, it's a very cool mask. So if you are interested in getting one, don't be afraid of Joyydesign4. I'll leave you a link to the Instagram that I got it from. So if you're interested in getting one, you can get one yourself. But I can honestly tell you I didn't have any problems with it. It came exactly like it was supposed to. There is one weird thing that did happen though. You know, I ordered this, and when I got my invoice in my email, it said that they had shipped this as well as one free web shooter, because I guess he offers the, you know, strap on the wrist web shooters as well. And I think it was the first X amount of masks sold got one or something. And I thought, oh wow, I got one. Well, that's cool. You know, even though I didn't, honestly, I wasn't looking for one. I wasn't expecting one. I was just kind of surprised that it said that. But anyway, when I opened up this box, it wasn't in here, so I actually didn't have one. But what I did have was this, which is like if you look at it, it's basically a ninja mask, like a balaclava. So it'll look, you know, kind of like this. It's still sealed, real cheap little thing. But haven't taken it out of the package or anything yet. But it's just a little thin mask. I mean, maybe to wear underneath, you know, maybe some people want that. I don't know. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that. I'd want to be able to breathe as easy as I can, but they did throw it in, and there was in fact no, you know, web shooter like it said there was supposed to be. But you know, it's not really a big deal. It doesn't bother me too much. I'm just going to put this lens away. I noticed this trim just sort of tucks in around the border here, because when I first got it, I noticed it was coming out a little bit, and I had to sort of tuck it back. But it was really easy to tuck back. Like you can see, it's very well made. These magnets hold really well. And yeah, like I said, I couldn't be happier. Really high quality product for sure. So I'm just going to put these lenses back. And when you first get it and they ship it as well, the back shell is actually inside out this way and on the inside, so it's a little more collapsed. But anyway, yeah, it's an absolutely cool mask. So I'm gonna have to put the padding in the back when I figure out exactly where I want it, but I'll work on that later. But anyway, in the meantime, I'll leave you with a few worn shots just so you can see how cool it looks. Maybe I'll swap out the lenses too so you can see 1 versus 2. All right, so there you have it. There is a good look at how it looks with the full shell and everything. The eyes are hidden quite well. These are the non-glossy ones that don't seem to fog up. Of course, probably because they're not totally sealed. It's got all the little holes in them and stuff, but like I said, you can just pull these right off and peekaboo, hello. You can sort of see me in there. Anyway, And actually, you know what that looks like? You ever see fire in the sky? Ooh, ooh. It looks rather alien. Anyway, yeah, these pop in position kind of like perfectly pretty much where the magnets are, so it's almost impossible to get the look wrong. But yeah, it looks very cool. It's a little snug on the neck, not bad. As you can see, it's pulling up a bit. If it was a full costume, it would probably look amazing. For the money, this mask is ass-kicking good, if you ask me. It's awesome. And like I said, I was really worried when I found it on Instagram. I thought this might be too good to be true, as a lot of things are. But no, turns out it's actually a really good product. It's super well made. It's really nice. Fits comfortably. It's not bad to see, but considering you have this big piece in the middle with the fabric and everything, you can always see that middle piece when you're looking around. Like, your vision is still pretty good. Definitely your side-to-side vision, it's solid. You have a lot of room with these big lenses, but it's definitely a little tricky seeing straight forward in front of you. You can see it, but like I said, there's always a bit of a line right in front of you. But it really looks awesome in my opinion. I love the way this thing looks. Let's try on the glossy lenses. Okay, and here are the glossy lenses now. As you can see, they're a little more reflective. The neck does want to ride up a little. It tends to roll up a bit, but I guess there really isn't a way around that. But anyway, yeah, I can already tell they are getting a little bit more fogged up for sure. You can tell they have, like, the gloss on them looks nice though. It's pretty cool, but yeah, as I'm breathing in here, and it is a little stuffy, like, I can breathe, but if I spent all day talking, I'm using up all this oxygen like I am in this video, so I'm a little more out of breath. But you can definitely tell it's fogging up more with this, harder to see further distances. So if you are going to get it, I would recommend the anti-fog. Maybe for like photos and stuff, maybe you want to run the glossy lenses like this because they look, you know, pretty badass. But like I said, you can't see as well through them. It's definitely a little foggier. So let's do one with one of each here. Okay, so here's a look at one of each of the lenses. You can see here, this is the glossy one that fogs up. And this one is much clearer, much easier to see from, but it's flat, you know, it doesn't have that shimmery, shiny pop. But I do recommend using the anti-fogs if you want to walk around at a con or something. If you want to be able to see the best, you're definitely going to want to go for this style. And another thing, the mesh that's inside of these like that, it can easily pop out if you're not careful. It's easy to put back in too though, don't get me wrong, but they are a little fragile that way, so you want to be careful with the eyes when you're taking them on and off and stuff and not popping them in, because the mesh can come out, you know, fairly easily if you fiddle around with it. But like I said, it is easy to get back in. But yeah, if I had to recommend one, I would say go with the ones that are anti-fog. Just if you plan on doing a lot of cosplaying and stuff and you want to see, you know, it's much better. But the glossy does look pretty cool in pictures, I will admit. All right, and lastly, back to the old anti-fog on either side. Yeah, I do like how much easier it is to see. It definitely makes quite a difference at distance for sure. But yeah, again, very happy with this. This mask is badass. It's not a scam. So Joyydesign4, like I said, is where I got it from on Instagram. Under $100. Probably took about a month or so to get to me here in Canada. So I mean, that's pretty good considering. But nothing but good stuff to say. I think this is a really well done mask, and I love it. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the mask. If you're into Spider-Man, definitely check them out. They're really good masks, and it's definitely not a scam. Certainly not for me anyway. So you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching as always, and we will see you again for another one real soon. Take care.